EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfly.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal. Mayfield eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Ravens.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back. But also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what they have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
2nd and 5.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
3 bucks. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Check pass. King. 58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 41. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
58, boys, 58, Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Good.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Queen on the tackle.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They get this out left, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass, and the Browns add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Larry
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. Then it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Mayfield.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield over the middle to Beckham.
That's good.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Dobbins out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Andrews, incomplete. Grant Delpit on the coverage.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Jackson will throw again. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
The tackle made.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Justin Tucker.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Hey, on 133. Hold his mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Here we go. Here we go. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10. Brings
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Check.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And the Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Here we go, D. Hey, alert 48,
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Check three. Up, left.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because it certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were...
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down, Ravens.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Brown.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
That's the way to get it going, boy.
Tonight's final
So
score.
Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.